All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. It's nice to see you, and let's get lit tonight, everyone. It's been a long day. What are we starting? We're starting filming at 8:05 p.m. tonight, so I have a little drink as we talk. You just got to bear with me. On deck for tonight, we've got Japanese whiskey, right? Should be a whiskey endorsement man or whatever they're called. Suntory Whiskey Toki. My best pronunciation of that. But it is tasty. I won this on our cheap gun challenge over at the 1911 Syndicate page because I was the only one of the 3 men that day that could successfully shoot a clay pigeon out of the sky. Right? So anyway, I got a free bottle of whiskey out of it. I hope you're well. Let's get this show started tonight. So subject matter of tonight, I'm just kind of figuring this show out as we go, but largely what I've been leaning towards is, hey, Monday's video is kind of be a more real-time relevant, bit of current events, bit of, topics that are right here, right now. And that topic tonight is going to be a little bit of a hot take, okay? Sometimes I run a little bit hot. I'm not running hot right now, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a hot take. And that hot take is that I think, if anything, the commercial real estate market is perhaps the one that should be a little bit worried right now, okay? And I'm gonna kind of give you my breakdown on why. Now, my disclaimer to you would be, I'm not a commercial real estate agent. I'm a residential and then sometimes land real estate agent. Our company, 1911 Syndicate, will have that linked below. You can go there and you can learn about what we do. But that's my disclaimer. I'm not a commercial agent, but I do have a bit of logic that I'm going to apply to this, right? Which is, hey, during COVID, I know everyone likes to bitch and complain about COVID and yada, 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 yada. Okay, cool. Well, let's find the upside in this. What did we learn from this? I think one of the really good things that came from it is that companies started to figure out that their workforce could largely work remotely, right? And I think that that's a really good thing because I think it's going to start to modernize the workforce just a little bit, which is in desperate need of happening if we're all being honest. So take me, for example, right? I'm a small business owner. We don't have an office. I'm in my office. I mean, this is the equivalent of my office right here, right? Is a set that we strung together with a cool leather chair and some alcohol on it. I'm in my office right now. But everyone that I work with inside of my little machine here, we all just work from home, or I don't give a shit. Go work at a Starbucks. Work wherever you want, as long as your work gets done. That's it. That's all that matters, right? And I think a lot of companies are starting to understand this. So think about it, right? So employees, frequently, they're going to be happier with this plan because, one, they don't have to commute, right? So that's time saved where they can enjoy a cup of coffee. It's also gas money saved, and I think that there's value in that because gas prices, as they fluctuate, right now they're being a little bit high or quite a bit high at the time of this video. Hey, saves time, saves gas money. You get to work from the comfort of your own home, and I think that's a big benefit. I think a lot of people, might need a little bit of an adjustment period to figure out how to be disciplined from the comfort of their living room. But hey, if you take me, look, I work from my living room every day, and I'm actually better there because I actually have less distractions, aka people coming up to your cubicle or whatever, going like, "Hey, Bob, how was the weekend? How's the family barbecue?" Right? I don't have any of that shit. It's just me and my dog in my living room. It also allows a lot of employees these days to leave some of those high rent urban districts and move to areas that are going to be a little bit more reasonable on the cost of living. And I'll be the first to tell you that I've seen this inside of my business. We've got multiple clients. I mean, hell, one literally arrived from Hawaii like 6 hours ago in the state of Utah. I sent them the, hey, welcome to the mainland text here a few hours ago. But hey, look, we've got multiple clients right now that are moving here from out of state because, hey, during COVID, they figured out that they could work remotely. Their company got on board with it. Therefore, they can, and actually all these cases, they're actually keeping their same pay, but they're moving to an area where the cost of living is significantly better. And in reality, like, look, that's how I wound up in Utah. I mean, I had a career prior to everything that I do now where really got to the point where I could kind of work wherever I wanted to. And one of the things I came to the conclusion of is, hey, Los Angeles is probably not the most economical place for me to live if I actually want to kind of get ahead in life. So packed up the Jeep Grand Cherokee at that time and moved over to Utah. So companies, I believe, the employers themselves should also be happy about this because I think that companies are going to start to understand that they can tie up less corporate cash in corporate, office leases and or owning the buildings if you're really a baller. But hey, I think they're starting to understand, look, we could actually have less overhead. We could keep our same, revenues. We could have less overhead because we don't need this $20,000 a month office space. And therefore, the bottom line is actually that we're more profitable. So I think that companies should be getting on board with this as well. We got happier employees. If you hear a bark, that's because the dog has decided he's going to stay upstairs while I film this video. So look, I think all in all, we're going to have happier employees. I think we're going to have companies starting to understand that they can be more profitable if they have less of their corporate cash tied up in office spaces. And look, this is a little bit of my hot take. I don't know if anything will come of it, but I think if you look right now, you go, look, the residential market is doing really well. And part of the reason that I think it's going to continue to do really well, this is just my 2 cents, and I know I'm probably going to flip-flop on my positions all the time because you go, well, mortgage applications are down, but Jake's, and he was a little, whatever about that, but now he's saying like it's going to stay strong. Look, part of the reason I think it's going to stay strong is because there are a lot of people that are going, well, especially if I can work from home, it might make more sense to move to areas where I can actually afford to buy a home. We're seeing that significantly in Salt Lake City right now. So I'm not predicting a crash of the commercial market. I'm just saying, hey, I think it is a little bit vulnerable right now as we've gone through COVID times. What will happen? I don't know. We'll see. But in the meantime, if you guys need anything, 1911syndicate.com. We can help you guys out with real estate stuff. Like I said, we deal with a lot of residential, some land, but we're going to be pretty strict with you if you start pursuing the land route with us. And hey, while you're here, subscribe to the channel. We like to think that we're going to produce some good content. It's going to be very non-real estate agent stuffy, and it's going to be a little bit more loose, clearly, as I like to get a buzz on set. So I hope you're well. I hope you've got a good week lined up. I hope you had a good weekend, having a nice Monday, and we will see you on Wednesday.